I said, son, it's not goodbye. Let's see you later.
Wow. I never thought I'd say this, but I agree with you, Jeff. Because I do absolutely believe that you and Hunter and Megan will end up in the exact same place Austin is roasting in currently. Please, go on.
This morning, the racist father of racist terrorist Austin Metcalf, who was killed while attacking Karmelo Anthony at a high school track meet, decided to come out of hiding and grift for some more money and talk about the judge who refused to give Karmelo Anthony a new trial.
This case was really never about guilt or innocence. It was about how long you're going to do.
Anthony, who is now 19, was sentenced to 35 years in prison for fatally stabbing Metcalf during a quick and heated confrontation in April 2025 over Anthony's refusal to leave a tent that belonged to Metcalf's team.
Except it didn't belong to the Metcalf's team. It belonged to the district. It had a logo on it, but as I'm showing you already, there were no policies against students being under whatever canopy during a fucking rain delay. It was never about the canopy. It was never about Karmelo being there. It was about Austin and Hunter's racist, lifelong tendencies to attack people because of the color of their skin. That's what the prosecution didn't want to come out in the first trial. That's what has come out now.
Did you get justice?
No.
No, but you got to lie on an innocent kid and send an innocent kid to prison. For Austin to have gotten justice, which really should have been everybody's goal, right? Hunter should be going to prison, and he will be. Or worse, because he's on that fucking path too. Although maybe watching his brother get unalived, maybe that changed his tendencies to spray paint racist graffiti and threaten women with bisexual hands. Maybe. We'll keep our fucking fingers crossed.
There's no such thing. I got handed a life sentence.
You got handed a life sentence.
So did Megan, so did Hunter, and so did everybody else in my family and her family.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff. We're no longer in that country where white supremacist illusions and racism have no consequences. That time has passed. Even though you guys voted for the child rapist schmatzy, that time is still past. And yeah, you guys got a life sentence of understanding that your ideology, how you raised your children, as is reflected in their record for the last ever, according to you, since fourth grade. When Austin put the little girl in the hospital because she touched his face? It was just a touch. But it was you raising those boys to be violent and to be racist and to be entitled that led your son directly to where he ended up. You're lucky, we're not. You're lucky it wasn't both of them.
We don't ever get to see Austin again. We don't get to talk to him. We don't get to hug him. This guy, he still gets to see his family. It's a tragedy that he has to be in prison. I feel sorry for him. Just due to the fact that his life is pretty much ruined.
Because of you, because of your family, because of your racist ideologies. It's a tragedy for both families because of you. Megan knows it. Ask her.
I don't feel sorry for what he did, though.
Goddamn, that's twice now that I have agreed with N-word Jeff. I don't feel sorry for what he did either. He defended himself, and he shouldn't feel sorry for what he did. Take some introspective, Jeff. Think about feeling sorry for what you did to your kids, the example that you set for your children. Don't worry. Your part about the race is coming up real quick. I have a question for you. What do you think about your son Hunter's involvement in this and the provocation of the whole situation? Because as we all saw, even in the video that was tampered with by the prosecution, Hunter was the first one to walk straight, almost run straight to Karmelo Anthony and get right in his face. What do you think should happen to Hunter?
He needs to be held accountable.
Good answer. And for a third time, I agree with N-word Jeff.
Notoriety about the killing spread beyond Texas, due in no small part to social media posts that amplified elements of the case involving race. There were no black jurors, and critics questioned whether Anthony received a fair trial.
Do you have a sense of why some people can't accept that they believe Karmelo Anthony did not get a fair trial?
Sure. There are people in this world that will believe whatever they're told.
Boy, that's true. There are some people who still believe that Hunter held his brother while he unalived, which we all know is complete bullshit. There are people who believe that the twins just were sitting there handing out Bibles and kissing babies, that they didn't just run right up to Karmelo, practically run, right up to Karmelo, get in his face and jump him. They believe that it was just a push, when the only one we saw pushed was Eddie Parra. He was pushed out of the way so that Austin could get to Karmelo. And then Austin and Hunter proceeded to beat the shit out of Karmelo. And there are people who believe that didn't happen, even after we watch it happen on the video. I would like to know why you had to concoct the story of your son holding your other son as he unalived. Was that to explain away the ketchup that he had on his clothing? And then if you could just explain to me why your son had ketchup on his clothing from your other son, and Mr. Anthony didn't have a drop on him. Weird, huh? Where is that hoodie, Jeff? Where is it? Is it burned to ash like I think it is? Is it resting with Austin? Yeah.
Can I ask you about the racial element of the case?
Sure.
How did it get that way?
It's real simple.
Yeah, Jeff Metcalf, you're a racist ass prick. Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
The other side decided to bring it up.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
He said it started when he was asked to leave a press conference by Anthony's parents shortly after his son's murder.
Jeff, come on now. We know it started at the bond hearing when Drew Anthony approached you to apologize and offer his condolences, which you claim he did not do, you lying fuck. And your dad called Drew Anthony the N-word. Said, get away from me, N-word. You don't think it started then? You don't think it started with your kids over the last decade? Spray painting racist shit, calling BOK kids the N-word, throwing water bottles in their face, calling them the N-word, beating them up, beating up girls, beating up their mom, beating you up, threatening cheerleaders with bisexual hands. That's where it started, buddy. It started with you.
I think that day is when race was really entered into it.
See? And now you're agreeing with me that was the day at the bond hearing when your father called Drew Anthony the N-word. God damn, it started with your dad who raised you to be a piece of shit. Wow, you just come from a whole line of diarrhea.
Because till that point, I never looked at it as a black and white thing. It was a right and wrong thing.
Yeah, but the problem is that you think your little white racist terrorist sons are right and everybody else is wrong. And that's why your son is in the fucking dirt.
That's all. Whoever did it, my first question was one, where's his parents? How was he raised?
Well, Jeff, up until having your family, the cancer that it is, inflicted upon them, they were happily married, raising their children healthy and happy. Karmelo had 3.8. Austin had a what? 2.9? That was the reality. He lied and said 4.0, but it wasn't. Karmelo helped raise his siblings, worked 2 jobs, was a captain of the track team and the football team, a genuine athlete. Not just a white boy wrapped in some muscles who was a moron who thought he was entitled to tell everybody what to do because he was on varsity. Where were you at? Oh, yeah, whoops. I understand there was some physicality between you and your ex, that you have a sealed criminal record, but I don't think that has anything to do with the physicality. I think that has to do with touching things that you weren't supposed to touch. Just a thought. Go on, Jeff. Let's go ahead and compare families.
I don't see color.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
At trial, prosecutors and defense attorneys made a secret deal to focus on what happened under that tent and exclude evidence about Anthony and Metcalf's character or past behavior.
We're not going to drag stuff from what they did in 4th grade. We're not going to drag stuff from this guy's character because at the end of the day, it's real simple. They had 20 pages on my boys. I read it. They had 75 pages on Karmelo. I read that.
Now, if we're being honest, which I know is foreign to you, Jeff, nobody believes that you can read. Secondly, no, there was over 50 events with your sons. I think 53. Third, there's a huge fucking difference between a documented criminal past up to almost the very point of attacking Mr. Anthony on April 2nd, where they had just gotten off parole for their racist and schmutzy graffiti. Your kids. and taking random text messages from no later than October of 2024 and random computer screenshots of whatever text was on there, quoting song lyrics, quoting video game shit, and comparing that to documented criminal activity, being arrested at 10 years old, or according to you, in the 4th grade, for pushing a girl down so hard that she was hospitalized. Just a push, right? From your fucking son. I'm sure you and Megan justify that as well. Let's talk about choking Megan. That's the exact same thing as saying, I'm gonna lick the ketchup off the blade, which is lyrics from the song You Moron. And I won't blame it all on you. Your prosecution are morons too. They're just surrounded by a white supremacist system that's giving them the padding to be the morons that they are and get away with the shit they're getting away with. But I think that's about to end. And now the world is watching. See, through your idiocy and your racism and your fucking entitlement, you and what you called your DA, right, are bringing all these eyes to Collin County in the state of Texas, because I know Collin County is not some grand exception. It's the fucking status quo. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring that shit to the appeal now that it's all on record and it can be brought to the appeal. And let's compare between words from a teenage boy and a criminal record of 2 teenagers that lasted almost a decade. 7 times suspended in 2 years. Calling a teacher a BOK ass. Oh, these are your kids. You're going to compare that to some text messages. Oh, and as far as the girlfriend and those bullshit claims, it's funny that the prosecution suddenly didn't want to bring her to the stand when she said that they were lying. And she sat with Karmelo's family in the hearing. So much for that bullshit too. What the fuck else do you have, Jeff, besides pathetic lies? You even right there are 20 pages on my boys. I read it. They're your boys. Why would you need to read it? Thought you were so involved, you fucking family man. All right, go on.
If it would have came out in court, I think you would have got more.
And let me tell you how stupid that claim is. If you thought he could have got more time, you would have insisted that they brought it out in court. What you know is that if the history of your boy's violence and racism and misogyny would have come out in court, and schmazzyism would have come out in court, Mr. Anthony would have walked scot fucking free. Because the establishment of a pattern of behavior for damn near a decade was laying right there. And Mike Howard, or as I like to call him, Mike Coward, was too chicken shit to jump on it and had no faith in his client because what he saw was also a black kid. Next.
After the verdict, Jeff Metcalf appeared on a podcast where he used racially charged language and disparaged Anthony's family.
What was that about?
1, yes, I said it. 2, I own it. I'm not backing away from it. If you listen to the 10 seconds before the clip and you get the context, because I'll repeat it for everybody right now.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
I'm not racist.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
Let me make something up that is racist.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
And I bet you it will go viral on the internet.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
What if I lost control of my emotions?
You mean as documented that your sons did repeatedly, including when they attacked Mr. Anthony? It's funny because the cheerleaders at Raising Cane's were attacked and threatened with bisexual hands verified by your wife because they said the team sucked. And Karmelo Anthony was joking with Eddie Parra when he said, man, your all's team sucks. And Hunter took offense. Damn, if only you could have had this philosophy of controlling your emotions passed on to your kids before one of your kids passed on.
What if I found him and killed him?
And by him, I guess you mean the person who caused your son's loss of life? That would be you. Nobody's stopping you.
Could you ever envision a time where you sit with Karmelo Anthony's family and talk about it?
I don't think they would be up for that.
Jeff, your own family won't sit with you. Nobody is up for your bullshit. Nobody. And no one would blame the Anthonys after the ignorance that you have espoused, that how you raised your children. You are irredeemable. People say God doesn't make mistakes. But here you are.
I would have thought they would have reached out to me. They would have offered some sort of condolence, some sort of remorse, some sort of accountability. But that's not the way things played out.
Maybe it's because you were drunk, because it's a day of the week that ends in Y. But they did do that at the bond hearing, Jeff. Yeah, Drew Anthony did approach you and your father to offer his condolences and to offer to pay for the funeral. And he was met with a "get away from me" N-word from your racist father. Sober up, buddy.
What do you want us to know about Austin and how he should be remembered?
He touched so many different hearts in such a short time. That boy taught me stuff. I taught him too. I was his dad. He taught a lot of people a lot of things.
Yeah, we know, Jeff. We've seen the 50 plus pages of exactly what your sons taught people, like teaching a 10-year-old girl that if you get pushed down hard enough, you can end up in the hospital. Like teaching his mom that if she doesn't make his grilled cheese sandwich on time, she might get choked. Like teaching you that if you don't tap, he'll just tear your shoulder out. How would those surgeries turn out for you, buddy? Yeah, they taught their BLK friends that they weren't BLK friends. They were just the people that they were playing with and calling names. Hitting a dude in the face with a water bottle and then calling him the N-word. Calling a teacher a black hoe. Yeah, they touched a lot of hearts. And then his heart got touched.
Austin Bob, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit niggas going out back, Marlo out the box.